Welcome to Tarot and Chill. My name is Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out how they are feeling about you. I've got 7 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the Citrine. Group 2 is the Moonstone. Group 3 is the Rose Quartz. Group 4 is the Garnet. Group 5 is the Lapiz Lazuli. Group 6 is the Amazonite. And Group 7 is the Tourmalinated Quartz. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice, otherwise I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box below. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates for you. Subscribe if you're new here, I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the Citrine. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and your song is Hardy Caprio, Something New. I'm not gonna be okay. See, the past ain't been great. I don't want to be too bait, but you know I want to see your face. Take me for ages, so many evenings I gave my time to you. I could have cheated, I wouldn't leave it. You know I tried with you. Girl, you know I'm trying. Beg you don't go crying. Don't know why we fighting. From the Sacred Power reading cards you have Truth and Freedom. From the Universal Love Healing cards you have Birth. From the Power of Love Activation cards you have Spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. From the Angel Guide Oracle you have Spiritual Growth. From the Good Tarot you have the Emperor. From the Goddess Tarot you have the Queen of Cups. From the White Newman Tarot you have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Five of Wands. And then from the Ancestral Path Tarot you have the Five of Sacred Circles, which is the Five of Pentacles. Well, it feels like there's like a very changeable energy here. Like I'm seeing your person, it feels like you guys are kind of on a break or at a pause or maybe broken up. Or you could just be arguing. And it might be that you quite often argue and then get back together and maybe stay together and move forwards but keep the arguments going. But whatever your situation, I feel like your person's thinking about you a lot and they want to see you, they want to be with you, but at the same time they might feel quite fed up and frustrated with the situation. And I feel like they half want to still try with you and they half want to move on to someone new, to see what else is out there for them. There is definitely still strong feelings for you. They still love you. They still feel attached to you, I'm seeing, and they really miss you. And it feels slightly codependent, like I feel like they try and pull away from you and then they maybe run back towards you. They might try to get their freedom from you and then feel like drawn back towards you. It feels like they want a new beginning, whether that's with you or someone else. Like if they continue with you, it feels like there needs to be change in the situation to resolve the arguments, to stop the fighting. And I do feel like part of them wants to fix it. They want to fix things with you. They want to put in some effort to do that. But I feel like they're kind of just going with the flow and seeing where fate takes things. Because it does feel quite stressful, the situation, and quite painful. I also feel like they from the situation with you, I feel like they're experiencing a lot of personal growth, and it's kind of making them see themselves clearly, making them see themselves in a different light. And it feels like it's very helpful and healthy for them. It's helping them to kind of take control of their life, to feel like they kind of know where they're going and who they are more. But I do feel like some of that might have come from the times when you guys were maybe separate. Like from freeing themselves from you, they might learn about themselves. But I also feel like they learn about themselves through the relationship with you. But it might be that like they need to take a step back to see things. But yeah, it feels like this situation could kind of go either way, and this person's feelings can kind of change moment by moment, day by day. It feels like they're not really sharing their feelings with you. Their feelings are very kept to themselves. They have very deep feelings. And I'm seeing that they're starting to be honest with themselves about how they feel, but they can't really feel like they can share it with you right now. It feels like the communication between you guys is not the best. And it feels like they want to like physically see you, physically be with you, physically hold you. But at the same time, they might be quite interested in like other people and other things. I'm not seeing like anyone specific, but I just feel like this person might have a lot of people around them. They might just be like on social media kind of looking at attractive people and like knowing that there's other people and situations out there. And it feels like if it doesn't work with you, then they would be kind of happy to move on, but at the same time they feel like they can't let go of you. But yeah, there's a lot of anger here. And frustration. It feels like this person is really trying, but at the same time I am seeing they're like keeping their feelings to themselves, and they kind of feel like whatever's meant to happen will happen. Like I kind of feel like when you guys take a break from each other, you might just end up going back towards each other. You might both try and find someone new and then find that each other are your someone new. Like a brand new, fresh and clean version of the other person. It does feel like this relationship kind of works when it's meant to work and then doesn't work. Or this is how this person feels anyway, like sometimes it doesn't work. And it feels like they see it as like they're meant to be on their own, focusing on their own stuff when it doesn't work. And maybe there's someone else out there for them. And I'm also seeing they might be like so frustrated with you that they think it would be easier to just start brand new with someone else. But at the same time, I do feel like their feelings are very intense. And because they're like keeping it to themselves, it's kind of making it worse. But yeah, I would say they miss you a lot and they would like to see you. They would like things to move forwards with you again, but they're also not super attached to any outcome right now because their feelings can change moment by moment. Like they might, if they meet someone new who's attractive, they might be able to distract themselves from you to think about like the new person. But I do feel like they always come back to you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group one. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you who chose the brown Moonstone. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song. Oh, and you have one of my songs. Your song is Nisha Marimba, Beautiful Silence. Staring at fireflies and the stars way up in the night sky. But now the earth is calling us, need to wake up and open our eyes. 'Cause we're so distant, so far, I can't feel you with me. Even when I speak, can't find words for you to understand me. In another place, another world, another universe. But I'm wishing we were one on the earth. You're still the one I call home. Please would you let me into your heart. Silence like snow. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Message from Afar. From the Sacred Power reading cards, you have Sacred Wisdom. From the Power of Love activation cards, you have Cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Take a Step Back. From the Good Tarot, you have the Seven of Air. From the Goddess Tarot, you have Love, which is the Lovers. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Tower. And from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Three of Staves. It does feel like there's a lot of distance between you guys right now. It feels like you're both not really speaking to each other. And like when you do speak, you might not be really making sense to each other. There seems to be a kind of far away. I don't know if you're physically far away for some of you, and then others it might just be emotional. This person might even be completely silent with you. It might be them not talking to you, or it could be that you've gone silent on them. Maybe you've blocked them, maybe you're just not responding, maybe you're just closed to them. You even could be speaking to them and like communicating with them, but just be kind of emotionally closed. Or not talking about the things that they really want to talk about. But this person really wants to communicate with you, even if they are the one that's silent. It feels like if they are silent, it's because they don't really know what to say. They want to say the right thing. They want to say something that is well thought out. And it feels like they're taking their time to like think of it. But right now it feels like the situation between you is quite painful for this person. Like they love you, but they're really hurt. They feel very heartbroken over the situation. And it feels like things have kind of collapsed with you, and I'm not sure if it's this person's fault. And it might be that they're kind of realizing how they've messed up, or it might be that maybe you've disappeared and they're really hurt about you not being with them anymore. Maybe you just ghosted them and they're really upset about it, or like vice versa. I feel like if you're heartbroken because of this person, they're kind of realizing what they've done. I'm getting the energy of them kind of taking time out to think about what they've done and learn from it. Because there does seem to be very genuine love here. And like a sense of sadness about the communication not really working out, about things not moving forwards the way they want it to. And yeah, I do feel some of you might be physically at a long distance from this person. And it's kind of like not even important, because it's like if you have the emotional distance, it doesn't even matter if you live nearby or whatever. But it's like you're not physically together, but this person still really feels you in their heart. But it's like painful for them now because you're not physically with them. They want to communicate with you, and they're still like planning their future with you. They still have an idea of you in their future at least, but it feels like right now, things are quite uncertain. And it seems like there's a need for honesty. There's a need for like very real communication. Some things might have been said or need to be said that would be quite hurtful. It might be that you said some things that hurt this person's feelings. Or vice versa, maybe they've said things that hurt your feelings. They still find you really attractive. But I do feel like they're trying to remove themselves from you temporarily. But it does seem temporary, like I definitely see they're still thinking about you in the future. And thinking about their own future. And thinking about how to speak to you in the right way. How to get closeness with you guys again. How to, literally like to be less far away from you. I also feel they're dreaming about you. Like there's a lot going on in their subconscious. I feel like when they go to sleep, they have a lot of insight about the situation. And it might be really helping them. I also feel like you might kind of have this connection as well. Like this person might not speak to you, but you might kind of dream about them. you might be meeting up and having closeness in your dreams, even though in the physical reality you're not close. But yeah, there's a lot of pain here, but I feel that there is potential to heal it in time. But for now, this person feels like they need to pause, put the situation on pause and just like think about it and make a plan. And also to like lick their wounds, I'm seeing. But yeah, there's a lot of passion still, there's a lot of love still. And there's a lot of potential, it's just there's like a lot of space between you and it needs to be closed. This person wants to close the space, but they don't really know how to do it right now. They're trying to plan it, I'm seeing. And yeah, they want to have better communication, but they don't really know how to. It feels like maybe you keep arguing with each other. Maybe things keep collapsing. Maybe they say the wrong thing and it gets interpreted the wrong way. But I hope you enjoyed that group too. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the rose quartz. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and your song is Righteous Brothers' Unchained Melody. Oh my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch, a long lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love, I need your love. God speed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. From the Sacred Power reading cards, you have Intimacy. From the Universal Love healing cards, you have the Goddess. From the Power of Love activation cards, you have Purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Holy Love. From the Good Tarot, you have the Seven of Fire. From the Goddess Tarot, you have the King of Swords. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Ten of Pentacles. And from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Chariot. Well, this has really good energy. It feels like this person is very in love with you and they really want to be close to you. And I'm seeing that they're thinking about you a lot right now. Like a lot. And it feels like there's quite a lot of pressure on them with regards to their thoughts about you. I'm seeing they feel like it's like a pivotal moment, like it's very important what they do. They feel like they need to show you their love, demonstrate their commitment and their feelings to you. They feel like they need to do something. They need to take action. This could also be vice versa, like they might want to see proof of your love. They might not know if you love them back or not. But there does seem to be a very intense connection between you. They really feel very aroused by you. They really want that physical intimacy, physical closeness with you. They find you extremely beautiful, extremely attractive, especially your body, but yeah, your face as well. But they do have like very strong sexual feelings towards you. It's almost like urgent, like they're trying to think about like how to make their desires happen. If you're asking about a masculine, you make him very hard. I'm seeing it does have quite masculine energy. I feel like most of you probably are asking about a masculine. And they see you as like extremely beautiful and not just sexy, but also like the sort of person they would want to have around forever. Like wifey material, husband material. Somebody who's not only really attractive and exciting, but also very loyal. Someone who's worth committing to, worth proving themselves to. Someone who's worth waiting for. And they see like a long-term future with you. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are already married, some of you. if this is your long-term partner. And they have a lot of plans for the future with you. It's not just that they see you in their future, but they're like actively making plans. And you might not know that. But it feels like it is very important for them to know if you feel it back, if you feel the same way. They're thinking about it because it's like they want to make big plans with you. I also see that you're their sense of purpose. You give them a sense of purpose. You give them a reason to keep going with life. You motivate them, you inspire them. You make them more passionate about, like, not just feeling passionate for you, but you make them passionate about life. But they're very in control of their emotions, this person. They don't like to get carried away. So it might be even that you're wondering if they have feelings for you, and they definitely do. They have like a very spiritual, pure, clean love, but also a very strong sexual attraction to you. And they can really see it lasting. They would like to build on the feelings that they're having currently, on the situation, how it is right now. It's very magical, the feelings they have for you. You're very captivating to them. I feel like they kind of daydream about you, and then they'll catch themselves and like focus on their work again, because they seem quite focused right now and feeling like they're trying to focus, and it might be because of you. I'm feeling like this person might have been a bit lost before they met you or before they connected with you. And it feels like you are very motivating, you are kind of inspiring them, and they are kind of making plans with you, and they might be seeing other things that they need to do in order to make their plans happen. They really want to win you over. They're very determined. A little warning if this is someone you've just met, because obviously it's not going to be like, oh, well, for most of you, for some of you it really might be like someone who's fallen in love with you at first sight. But for some of you, if you've literally just met this person and you don't feel like they would love you, like there's any chance that they would be having this intense feelings, it might be that they're just like very determined to sleep with you. But I do feel like most of you are watching about someone you've already had a long-term relationship with, and it's a lot more serious than that. Like you're really giving them like a reason to live, a reason to be better. You make them want to improve themselves. And I also feel like they kind of see you as like so amazing that they need to like step their game up. So it's not just that they want to improve, but it's like they need to improve because they feel like they need you. I'm also seeing they're praying very heavily for you, and they feel like you are kind of their spiritual right partner. Like God's gift to them, like God will help them get with you. Because it does feel like you kind of help them to be a better person. Well, that's how they feel, at least. They feel a real sense of direction from you, purpose, knowing. Like they really know with you, they know that you're like the right person, they know that they want you. There's not any doubt in this person's mind, they're completely focused on you. Completely 100%. And I want to say there's no one else they're focused on you, like they're completely into you, and they can't let go of their feelings. They feel like they really do need you. And it is quite like urgent and passionate. But yeah, this is a really great reading, so I hope you enjoyed that group 3. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below, and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Garnet. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and you have one of my songs, so Nisha Marimba Solo. Only call me when you need something. Kick you out and then you come around again with the same old thing, always the same old thing. Gave you a chance to try again, because you said you were stepping up your game, but you never did. I can't make you change. That's why I'm better off solo. Better off solo. I can see your pain. Heartbroken now, you're back at it again. going swipe after swipe, night after night. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Guardian. From the Sacred Power reading cards, you have Unconditional Love. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Opportunity and Change. From the Power of Love activation cards, you have Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. From the Good Tarot, you have the King of Air. From the Goddess Tarot, you have the Star. And Fortune, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Got extra cards. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Fool reversed. And Justice. And then from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Prince of Staves, and the Prince of Wands. And the Empress. This is very interesting, and I feel like either this person feels like you're very, very caring and nurturing, or you might feel, for some of you, I feel like you might feel like you were very caring and nurturing to this person, or they might feel that towards you, like they've been really caring and nurturing. For some of you, they might feel a bit silly about like giving so much to you. They might feel like they've overextended, like taking care of you, and maybe you didn't really appreciate it. But I feel this like very loving, caring energy. So I do feel like even if you have hurt this person in the past, they still really care about you. They still want what's best for you. They're still kind of like looking out for you. I feel like they would still be there if you needed them. Like they genuinely do really feel very loving towards you. But they might feel a bit fed up with you. They might feel like things are kind of changing. They might feel like you're a little bit immature, like you haven't really grown up. I'm getting a lot of random messages for this one. I feel like some of you are asking about like an ex-partner, some of you are asking about a family member or a friend. And then some of you might be asking about your current partner. I'm seeing they feel like there's like a decision to be made about you and they're not really sure. They feel like a bit blocked with regards to making a decision. And they want to move forwards as they're guided. But they're having a hard time with that. Like they want to kind of know what's happening. It feels like they kind of want to like make plans and like have things set, but they're not really. Like they feel like things are kind of confusing, and what I'm feeling is they like want to move forwards, but then they'll feel like they're stopped from moving forwards with you. And they might feel a little bit frustrated about it. But they still I feel like they want to communicate with you and they have a lot of hope for you. And they think about you a lot. But they might feel like they've kind of, like the song says, like tried to make you change and feel like they can't change you. But I feel like with that comes accepting you exactly as you are. Like they have accepted you as you are, and they appreciate you as an individual. I feel like they haven't ever met anyone like you in the past. They feel you're very different. You're very, individual. You're very unique. You're very special to them. They can't replace you. You're very irreplaceable. And they see you as someone who shines very brightly. But there is like a sense of feeling kind of a bit resigned and defeated and like not really seeing much future, but like wanting there to be a future still, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this energy's like really all over the place. It feels like there's a lot going on with this person. They have very passionate feelings towards you, like I said, very loving, caring feelings. If you're asking about a partner, I feel like especially so. They're still really attracted to you, but they might be feeling quite irritated with you right now. They might be, for some of you, you might have been trying to, like the song says, like start again with this person. And it might be that either you or them like keep messing it up. So it's like you guys try to start a new chapter, like wipe all the slates clean with everything from the past, start again, move forwards, and then they might kind of go backwards again. There's like a start and stop, moving forwards, moving backwards kind of energy. But they still really pray to move forwards with you. They hope to move forwards with you. They have a lot of respect for you, I'm seeing. And if it's your partner, I do feel they still feel a sense of partnership with you. But they also might feel like they kind of do too much for you or do too much for the relationship. They might feel like they're taking care of you too much. I'm also seeing they might feel like you're off trying to find someone new. They might feel like they're kind of waiting around for you while you're out looking for a new person. I'm feeling like they're trying to be very analytical with their own feelings, like they don't want to get carried away. I feel like this person's been hurt in the past. Maybe by you or maybe by other people. I feel like maybe by you. And they're trying to balance out like their disappointed feelings, their kind of logic, because it feels like logically they feel like they probably shouldn't be giving much more to you. Logically, they might think this is not really having much potential anymore for the future, but in their heart, they still kind of wish for it. But yeah, it does feel like they're trying to make a decision logically. And I do feel like they're kind of focused on their own stuff, but they do still have a lot of feeling for you at the same time. I hope that made sense to you, and I hope you can figure out which parts were for you and which parts were for someone else, because that one was a bit weird, group 4. But thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Lapiz Lazuli. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and your song is Diana Lopez, So I Don't Feel Useless. Will you find my heart inside your head before I start to feel alone? Can I hide my head inside your chest before I start to feel alone? Open up inside a feeling. It's okay to cry, a healing. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have creativity. From the Sacred Power Reading cards, you have change. From the Power of Love Activation cards, you have integrity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have take charge and action. From the Good Tarot, you have the Ace of Air. From the Goddess Tarot, you have the Prince of Staves reversed. From the White Newman Tarot, you have the Six of Cups. And the Chariot. And then from the Ancestral Path Tarot, you have the Seven of Staves. Interesting. This person's got slightly conflicted energy. It feels like they kind of have a like friendship with you, like a friendship connection. They do feel like a bond with you. But it also might be that your relationship is kind of in the past and they might not really see you so much in their future. They might feel like things have really changed with you. Like the relationship has really changed. But I do feel they might miss you, and they also might feel quite alone right now, and they might miss your company, your comfort. it feels like they see you as a very honest, trustworthy person. They also find you very attractive, and I'm seeing they might be, especially if you're asking about a feminine, the feminine might be trying to make herself more attractive for you. It might not be that, it might be that she appreciates, if it's, for example, if it's someone you don't know very well, masculine or feminine, but particularly feminine, it might be that she's feeling alone and she kind of likes your attention. It might be that she knows you're attracted to her and she might not really see you as the right kind of person, but she might just feel a bit lonely right now and kind of like the communication that you offer. It might be quite healing. But yeah, for most of you, I feel like this is someone who's kind of in your past. Someone who you maybe had like a very close relationship with before. And it might be that there's like potential for it in the future. But it might be either that this person feels like they need to do something. It might also be that they've not replied to a message and they feel like they need to reply. Or it might be that they need to do something, like you've asked them to do something for you and they haven't done it or something. If that's the case, like if it's like a friend or a sibling or your partner, and you've been asking them to like help you with something and they've not done it, they feel really stressed about it. I feel like they have a lot on their plate. And they might be trying to find space in the future, but kind of struggling and really not be able to kind of fit it. They might want to communicate that with you. They might want to be honest with you about some things. Yeah, it does feel like there might be some things this person needs to be honest about. They have quite a playful, childish energy. Especially when it comes to relationships, I feel like with regards to their own life, they might be taking things quite seriously right now. And I feel like they want to be seen as like a trustworthy person. They see you as a very trustworthy person. They know you are who you say you are. But I feel like their mind is quite confused right now. And their feelings are quite confused. Like there is this like missing and longing for you, but they also feel very focused on their own future. And they might feel like you're not meant to be in the future with them, like the past is the past and they need to keep walking forwards. But it does feel like there's something to be done in this situation. I feel like it's communication that needs to happen. It might be that one of you is not communicating at all. Yeah, I feel like if you're not communicating with them, they might be quite upset about that. I'm seeing, like they really miss you and they would like you to communicate, and they might feel quite frustrated that you're not communicating with them, you're not opening up with them. They might feel that you're very closed, they might feel that you're not honest and hiding things. If it's that like this person's, I'm confused. I feel like, yeah, this person might be confused about whether they can trust you or not, I'm seeing. They might feel like they've trusted you in the past and maybe they can't in the future. Or vice versa, they might have not been able to trust you in the past. Maybe you were honest about some things. And it might be that they feel like now they can trust you for the future, but like they couldn't trust you in the past. I hope this makes sense for you and your situation. I hope you know which way it resonates for you. It does feel like there is like a need to open up. This person feels like maybe they need to open things up. They might need to apologize for some things. It also might be that they want you to apologize. For some of you, this person might be kind of waiting for an apology, but they feel like they should move on from you. They might feel a little bit stuck, waiting for communication, like waiting for some action to move things forwards with you. And yeah, there is like a sense of frustration and confusion, but also really missing you. And kind of not knowing how to move forwards, but wanting things to change, wanting things to move forwards, like just not wanting to be stuck and alone and stagnant. But yeah, I do feel like there's going to be more communication in future, even if this person's not communicating right now. Because I am seeing they miss you, even if their intention right now is just to like focus on their own future without you in it. But yeah, I do feel there's still like a strong attraction and they want to it feels like they do want to be, even if they haven't been very truthful with you in the past, it feels like they would want to be more truthful. Or vice versa if it doesn't resonate. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 5. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here, I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Amazonite. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have a song, and your song is Mario, Let Me Love You. Your true beauty's description looks so good that it hurts. You're a dime plus 99, and it's a shame, don't even know what you're worth. Everywhere you go, they stop and stare, 'cause you're bad and it shows. From your head to your toes, out of control, baby you know. If I was your man, baby you'd never worry about what I do. I'd be coming home back to you, every night, doing you right. From the Sacred Power reading cards you have Lightning. From the Universal Love Healing cards you have Trilogy of Light. And the Gateway. From the Power of Love activation cards you have Vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. Very interesting already. From the Angel Guide Oracle you have Courage and Bravery. From the Good Tarot you have the World. From the Goddess Tarot you have the Ace of Cups. And the Six of Pentacles. From the White Newman Tarot you have Black Newman. And then from the Ancestral Path Tarot you have the Five of Swords. And the Emperor. This is really, really interesting. I'm really getting the sense that this person sees you as a light. They see you as someone really shiny and bright, very, very attractive, very lovable, I'm seeing. But also it's like more higher level than that. Like they see you as someone who's like a visionary. I'm seeing they kind of like follow you. In a way, like they see you as someone who's kind of lighting a path forwards that they can follow. They might see you as someone who's like taught them things, showed them things in a different light, seeing things in a different way. They find you very brave and strong. They see you as like a complete mystery. I feel like they don't know you that well. Or it might be that they do know you, but they feel like there's always something new to learn about you, like you're still mysterious. Or like they want to know more about you. They want to know absolutely everything about you. They find you really, really interesting. Not just physically beautiful, they do find you really, really, really striking looking. Like somebody worthy of staring at. They see you as somebody who everyone must just always stare at everywhere you go. Like you're a vision to be seen, a sight to be seen. But also like you do really help them to see things in a better way. I feel like you are a very positive person. It doesn't feel like you always have been. This person sees you as someone who's been through a lot of darkness. Someone who's struggled and learned from their experiences. They also see you as very successful. And again, I feel like they have a lot of respect for you and they really admire you because it feels like you know how to get the things you need. And it might be that this person sees you sometimes when you're struggling, but then like the next time they see you, you've got it all under control and you're back on top. And they might kind of struggle with that sometimes. They might find that they get into funks and can't get out of it. So they really admire the way you just like get on with it still and find your way out of the dark times back into the light. I really feel like you are the light of this person's life. Their life might be really dark and depressing and gloomy, and they might feel like the happiest moments are when they see you. You bring You bring a sense of light and glowing and like joy to an otherwise depressing universe for this person. And yeah, I feel like if it's not like a family member or a friend that you're asking about, or a colleague, or something that's like very platonic, it feels like this person's very attracted to you and like thinks about if they were your partner. And they might be considering like ways to ask you out, ways to make it happen with you. Or if they're already your partner, I feel like they want to do it better, like they want to be a better partner for you. They want to think about ways to give more to you, to make your life easier. Because it feels like you do a lot for them. Maybe you don't even realize how much you do for them. But I feel like you really help this person emotionally with your presence, like just your presence and the way you see the world and the way you have confidence despite things being difficult. It feels like your attitude is something that this person kind of needs in their life. This is really great. It's like really strong respect, but also this person's attracted to you. They find you really beautiful. But yeah, you are like a mystery to them. I do feel there's like a sense of newness. Even if you're not a new person, you might have changed recently. You might have transformed. You might have made a lot of changes in your life. And even if this person's known you for a long time, they're seeing you in a different light. And I feel like this person, like every time they see you differently. They learn something new about you. You also might change your appearance a lot and they really admire you, like the different looks that you do. You might even like quite like mystical looks. Some of you might like to dye your hair like crazy colors or something. Not for everyone, of course. And they like really look forward to seeing you. They get excited to see what you're going to look like the next time. I also feel they get excited for the conversation. They get excited to know what you're going to say to them, to know how you're going to inspire them next, to know what's the next like lesson that you're going to teach them. I also feel like you might come in and out of this person's life, or like maybe when they see you, this might be someone you see just bumping into them sometimes, and it's always like unplanned for them. They never know when they're going to hear from you. And again, I feel like that adds to the excitement. Because it might be that their life's a bit boring otherwise. It feels like they are very work-focused. And like they might be struggling right now and they see you getting out of the struggles and kind of doing well. And admire you, but also I feel like you add some excitement to their otherwise boring day when they see you. They really think the world of you. They think you're like the full package. And I'm seeing they're really comfortable with you. Like they feel kind of at home and safe with you, despite the fact that you're kind of mysterious and new. So yeah, really, really great reading, Group 6. I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. And leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Tourmalinated Quartz. Let's see what card you have. First of all, you have a song, and your song is Kamal Blue. Steadily unloading all your stress upon me, but I will never put my shit on you. You only want shout me on the weekend, even when you keep your options open. You're the one that threw me in the deep end. Watching me, you know I'm barely floating. You want me to beg for your attention. You want me to beg you for your time. You don't want to show me no affection, but you want me to show you all of mine. From the Universal Love Healing cards, you have Sacred Union and Forgiveness. From the Sacred Power Reading cards, you have Abundance. From the Angel Guide Oracle, you have Signs and Reminders. From the Power of Love Activation cards, you have Freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. From Sorry about that. From the good tarot, you have the Five of Earth. From the Goddess tarot, you have the Ace of Pentacles. From the White Newman tarot, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And then from the Ancestral Path tarot, you have the Tower. Interesting. It feels like some things might have gone wrong between you guys. With the Tower here and this song, it feels like maybe there's been like a breakdown in this relationship or like a breakdown in communication. And yeah, maybe some stuff came out that kind of shocked this person, but it feels like they do forgive you and they still want to kind of be with you. They're still sticking with you, at least emotionally, but they might also be like physically kind of free right now. They might be enjoying being single right now, but still feel the attachment. I'm seeing they really miss you. It feels like you're not very close right now. At least emotionally, there might be some distance. It might be that you're not spending much time together. And yeah, it does feel like they miss you. You only want to shout me on the weekend. But there is still a closeness. They want to be close at least. They feel very blessed with you. And I'm seeing that if they do try to like free themselves from you, if they do spend some time alone, they see reminders of you everywhere. They might hear your name. They might hear like songs that remind them of you. They might see things that like symbols and things that remind them of you. Maybe, I don't know, your favorite color, your favorite animal. Things that they think you would like. And yeah, if you are in like a break of communication, I'm seeing like every now and again, maybe like daily or weekly, this person will see something that makes them want to message you, makes them want to talk to you, makes them miss you. It does feel like very grounded, very earthy, very real, their feelings for you. So I do feel like if they do try to like free themselves or rid themselves from it, they can't really. It feels like you're still with them. Like there's a very solid kind of thing that's grown between you. Some of you might be asking about a family member even. Because it does feel very solid. So like no matter how much time is passed when you might be doing your own thing, there's always going to be the attachment. There's always going to be a connection. But there is like a very blessed feeling. There's a lot of potential still. And it feels like anything could happen. This person feels like anything could happen. But also they might be a little bit angry with you because it might be that you don't really contact them much. You might not spend much time with them. They might feel like they're having to do too much, like they're having to chase you, they're having to try too hard. They might feel like it's easier to be single, but still like unable to rid themselves of the bond with you, the attachment with you. But yeah, they do, if you've done things that have like upset this person in the past, they do forgive you. But I do feel like they might still be angry, even though they do forgive you. It might be that maybe they've forgiven you for the past stuff, but you might be like still doing the same things. It feels like there is this connection, but there's also like a sense of freedom in this situation. I don't know if you guys are like friends with benefits. Or you're friends, but you only see each other like once a year or something. But it does feel very close, like they're close to you. They feel very close to you, even though they miss you. They feel like you're someone who's like connected to them. When I say close, it's like you're like embedded into their life, into their soul. No matter how much physical distance there may be, no matter how much time they want to spend alone, or you might want to spend alone. But yeah, there is a sense of like maybe you being away from them a lot and they miss you and they feel like they're spending too much time alone. They might feel like they're alone within the relationship, like missing you within the relationship, but they do, I feel like they always forgive you for like anything that goes wrong. They pretty much forgive you. And there's a sense of maybe them feeling like they've been like burdening you. They might feel like they've pushed you away and made you want to run away by being like too clingy or something. Or it could be vice versa, like they feel like you were always putting your problems on them and being really clingy, and they just want like space. They just want to be on their own. But yeah, I do feel like they think of you often and they feel still like a good, blessed connection with you. There's a lot of potential here. But I do feel like there's some like stress factors, some things that have gone wrong, that have maybe continued and been forgiven but like not really stopped. So they might just want their own space. If you're asking about a business connection, it feels very positive. But like there might be like a parting of ways, but with like good energy about it, like good feelings. But like it's best if you go your way and I go my way. There's a sense of maybe like building something with another person. I'm not sure if you're asking about someone who has like a proposition for you, a business proposition. It might be that you were like building something with a person and maybe something went wrong. And they might forgive you for the things that went wrong and still feel like the interconnectedness with you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that anyway, Group 7. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.